Hey everybody, Stafford G on the pier at Bal Harbour, Miami, Florida. Just sitting here and catching it's a midweek, so there's obviously nobody here. This is the way the beaches are in the weekdays. Nobody comes by, but anyway, I attended an event this last week with a gentleman by the name of Frank Kern. Frank Kern he should be a stand-up comic. I've known Frank and, watched Frank for years. He used to live in, and he still does. He lives in Southern California. He's a surfer. And he used to have long hair, and I think he was a crack up because he lived right on the beach in just a little teeny house. Houses down there in Southern California are very expensive. And so, to live half a block from the beach you're paying a lot of money just to be there. But here's this kid in his garage is full of surfboards, but he played the guitar. He's incredible actually as a guitarist, and I think he drove a Bentley. he looks like this surf bum, and he did look like a surf bum back then, and he's driving a Bentley, but he spent his money wisely, shall we say. But anyway, he's gotten to the point he should be a stand-up comic because his whole presence on stage he just makes people laugh. He's a crack up. He comes up with everything he's saying becomes funny, and it's like I'm like, this guy makes so much sense, and he's talking about network marketers and the ideals that we believe that of why we get into the industry. It's like people look at this and think, I'm going to be a network marketer and have to do nothing and make millions of dollars. And that's he hit the nail on the head when he said that, because it's like everybody thinks it's like, I'm going to get into this business. This business is great. You don't have to do anything and you make a ton of money. You get residual income, and like, most people's understanding of residual income is so far-fetched, but it's like that was, and that it still is for years and years, has been the philosophy. And it's funny because even though I work and continue to be involved with a couple of different companies, by finding Empower Network was that's where you don't do anything, where you give. They've done, and they continue to do so much for you, so you don't have to do it. And the theory and the idea was like, it reminds me. I'm a golfer, right? And it's Tom Weiskopf or something, and it's an ad at on one of the the golf. When I watch golf on Saturday and Sundays, and it's like he's always played Titleist or whatever and it's like, if I find another golf ball that is better, I'll play it and start playing it. And that's kind of how I look at Empower. It's like, when I saw this thing, it was like, oh my God! Oh look here, I gotta get a scope of this. And when I find a business that's so incredible, look at that bug. That's just nuts. I don't know if I'm getting it, but it's like, if I find a golf ball that's better, I'm gonna start playing it. If I find a company that's offers me something that is so incredibly unique and so new, and I learn so much so fast, I'm like, I'm gonna play that ball. I'm gonna start playing that game. Well, that's Empower. Empower is just a company that is teaching me and has taught me a whole new outlook on being able to work and make money from the beaches. And I mean, I've been waiting for this kind of thing, because I've been stagnant in the ideals of how businesses are made, how they operate, how to make money with them forever. It's every company. They do not change, and it's like you can join a company right now. You can join any of them and not learn how to make substantial income unless you go to work and build a downline and a group of leaders that are gonna help in that cause. And Empower Network allows anybody in any industry to create more income from what they're doing. I look at, people say, well, what did you want to be when you were 10 years old? I wanted to work with wood and cabinetry and stuff. And it's like, I did that. I was able to, through just pure luck, when I was in college, I took a job at a lumber mill, and it was like I learned more at that lumber mill they put me in charge after 2 months in charge of making the cabinets and the drawer fronts. It was like, I've got how things happen, but I get the best job in the lumber mill. The only skilled labor in that lumber mill was the cabinet maker, the guy who did the drawer fronts and the cabinet fronts. And I got to play with tools that, as a kid, I would sit and look at little play saws and little things. Well, I had big kid play toys. That's what helped me, because I knew how to, I knew how to woodwork. I had done it my whole life, in the sense that I was always trying to build something. But it was like, when I finally got that job, it was like, oh man, it honed my skills and knowledge of fine woodworking, and it was beautiful. And that job, became a key player as to my confidence into being able to build my own house. And so when you empower people to look at what they want to do, whether you want to be a school teacher, Empower Network is a side network marketing company that you do along with, if you want, things that you have a passion for. And this just drives traffic, that's the whole idea. Expose yourself to the public as what you are. You can be a quilt maker, a cabinet maker, online chef, or a chef period, whatever. If you have a business, and use Empower as a bridge to build your business, that's a beautiful thing. So I'm going to put a link at the bottom of this. Get yourself now, click on the link now, and start exposing yourself to this. This is my daily life that's come to life because of the way I look at things. But Empower Network has made it possible on a large scale. So the link is at the bottom. I'd love to hear from you, and click on that link right now. See you on the next video.